What's up, fellas? Welcome to this presentation. This is Trey. The topic for this one is once she tames you, she will seek the next challenge. Okay? One thing we got to understand is we are participating in a sexual game. Life is a sexual game. Here's what I mean. For men, the game for us is to see how many women we can essentially demonstrate enough attractive qualities to that they are willing to submit and basically submit their sexuality, right? So the game for us is to slay dragons, is to see how many women we can submit. Now, it doesn't mean you have to have sex with every single woman, but that's the game, essentially. Like, that's what nature wants us to do. Nature wants us to go out and spread our seed, right? That's the game, the sexual game. And then for us, obviously, we also want to increase the quality of women that we can spread our seed to, the quality of women that we can submit, right? That's the game, okay? And so the game is to basically keep leveling up, see how much of a beast you can become, how much of a king you can become, how much of a god you can become, whatever your word is. For women, they are not supposed to go around and have sex with as many men as they can. They're supposed to find the highest value man that they have access to. And once they are impregnated by that guy, they're supposed to then find the next highest level guy and go to him. Like that is what they're supposed to do based on nature's code. Because they have one egg, we have a ton of sperm. So we're just supposed to go around. That's why we can have sex with a beautiful girl, and then, I don't believe in cheating on women, but you'll hear these stories of men who will have a beautiful woman or a beautiful girlfriend, but then they'll cheat on her with somebody who wasn't that beautiful. Why? Because it's in his DNA to, when a girl is submitting to him, he's supposed to, spread his seed. Like that's the wiring, right? Our DNA is programmed for us to want to spread our seed. Like, even if you try to not want to do it, you're still gonna want to do it. It's programmed in us, right? Like that shit is crazy, but that's the way it is. And in a woman, it's different for her. She's not trying to have sex with every guy. She's trying to have sex with the best guy she can. So now that we have this understanding of the sexual game on the female side and the sexual game on the male side, if you have a woman that you're interested in and you want her to stay interested in you, you have to demonstrate that you're the highest value man that she can get access to, and you have to continue to demonstrate that. Because the minute you drop, because her thing is, she's trying to, like at first when she meets you, she's like, oh, okay, his value is pretty high, okay, he's hot, whatever. So now you're conversating, and then you get to a point where, okay, now you're having sex. Now the game is for her to see, she's gonna test and see, is he still that alpha? Is he still that guy that was the highest value guy I have access to? Or is there something better? Now, how do you keep this or maintain this perspective or create this perception that you're the highest value man to her? You have to maintain the same vibe, that same whatever spirit you were in that got her interest in the beginning. That needs to be maintained, but it also needs to be amplified. Right? So what happens with guys is when they get a girl, they finally get a girl, they submit her, they have sex with her, now they start to relax and like, oh, I already got her. Right? So they get relaxed, they get comfortable, they start being nice and all this shit. And then she's like, oh, wait, I think I got him. I think I've, I've basically turned him into a beta male. You know what I mean? Like, I got him. He's now, because you have a lover and provider, right? So now you're in that provider position, because she feels like she has you, meaning you're not going anywhere. So now, naturally, she's supposed to go and look for the next alpha. Like, that's a natural thing that she's supposed to do. It's not like she's fucked up or she's a bad person. That's wired in her, right? Like that's a sexual strategy that's wired in her. She's supposed to do that. That's what nature wants. Nature wants evolution. Nature wants the human species to keep evolving, and so that's why it's created put these codes, wired these codes into our DNA so that we want to do these things. That's why men want to have sex with a lot of women, because nature wants that. And why do women go for the highest value man they can get? Because nature wants that, right? So we just have to have this understanding, and when we're dealing with women, we need to play the game properly. Her goal is to basically turn you into a beta male that she can get resources from, and then she's gonna try and find the next alpha. That's what she's supposed to do on a DNA level. Like that's just the sexual game, right? So we as men, when we're dealing with a woman, we need to maintain our alpha spirit. We need to continue to be that wild beast or that king or whatever. Don't all of a sudden turn into, a little pussycat. Oh, I'm in love and, you got me and there's no other woman I want, and blah, blah, blah. Because as soon as you do that, yes, she's going to say certain things. Yes, I love you. I only want you, blah, 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 blah. But she's wired. She's wired, and that wiring is strong, right? It's very hard for us to deny that shit. Like when we feel attraction for someone, like when you see a girl with a nice ass, nice body or whatever, it's very hard for you to ignore that shit. Well, guess what? She has that in her DNA too. It's just different. For her, it's not just whatever guy looks good. It's the highest value guy she can get access to. Okay, so we just have to have this understanding, man. It's not bad, it's not good, it just is what it is, and we gotta play the game appropriately. So me, when I deal with women, I don't give them, basically, I create this perception that she kind of has me, in the sense of, obviously, I like her, I'm into her, we're having sex, right? But she doesn't fully have me. Meaning, I keep a certain amount of distance. Like, I'm not, where guys mess up is like they're with the girl every single day, every single second, shit like that. She gets super comfortable with him, and the attraction is just gonna go down the drain, man. You're no longer gonna be so that mysterious guy she met in the beginning, or that interesting guy that she wanted to learn more about and blah. You're just gonna it's gonna get normalized. You're gonna get boring for her, right? And she's naturally gonna start looking elsewhere. I'm telling you. You can't watch her all day. You can't see what she's doing all day. She's looking, man. If you come across as you already got me, and you start getting complacent and you're not evolving as much as you were in the beginning, and she senses that, I'm telling you, bro, she's gonna feel like she got you. And so now her DNA is gonna tell her, her program is gonna tell her, okay, time to find the next alpha. Time to find it. Okay, and that's the game. So just understand that, right? When you're dealing with these women, don't get lazy, don't get complacent, don't think you have her, oh, she would never do this to me, because that's another program. There's like this program that that goes in our head. Like when we get a girl, every time we get a girl, we're like, oh, she's special though. Oh, she's great. You notice that? Every time we meet a girl, we start thinking that shit. Yeah, that's what nature wants, right? That's what nature wants, because nature wants us to stay together, right? So we can have kids and procreate. But just understand the game, right? Just understand the game, that at any second, if she finds another guy who is higher value than you, and it's perception, right? So as I said, if you keep evolving, you keep doing your thing, her focus is gonna stay in your direction, because she doesn't want to lose you. Right? But once she feels like she has you, now she's like, okay, I have him. Now I can start looking elsewhere. So the thing is, you don't want to make it seem like she has you. Like, kind of make it seem that way. Like, yeah, you kind of got me, but not really. Make it seem like you're doing it, you know what I mean? Like, you're still evolving. She needs to know that other women are into you. Like, she needs to know that shit. She needs to know that you get other women. She needs to see pre-selection somehow, some way. She needs to get that. You don't have to push it in her face. Don't do that. That's bragging. Like, that's whack. But somehow you need to demonstrate that you're getting other women, whether it's in your demeanor, the way you communicate, your responses to things, or maybe she just knows that you're out doing certain things, and she knows women are around. Like, she needs to know that you are a prize, right? Because once she feels like she has you and you're not that valuable anymore, I'm telling you, the focus is gonna go elsewhere. And don't be surprised. This shit has happened to many men. They thought that they had their woman on lock, and then she just moves on them. You know what I mean? She just dips off and goes with some random dude. They're like, where the hell did this dude come from? Well, you got lazy, man. You got complacent. You thought you thought you had her, and she bounced on your ass. And that's nature, man. That's nature. Don't be mad at the woman. That's nature. If you want to get mad at someone, get mad at nature, get mad at God, get mad at the person that created this system. Because I'm telling you. Now I know some of you might say, oh, not all girls are like that. You're right. I'm not saying all girls are like that, but majority of them are. Because majority of them are not that good at overriding that DNA programming. You know what I mean? Like that, like for example, we have some guys who they would never cheat on their girl, no matter how, so I'm saying there's always going to be exception to the rule. Even if there's a bunch of girls throwing themselves, there's certain guys that will never cheat on their woman. I'm one of those guys. That's why I don't do monogamous relationships, because I don't want to deny my sexual desire to have sex with multiple women. So I'm not going to go in a monogamous relationship. I have rotations. That's my game. I have rotations. So my sexual desires are handled. I always have like a main woman, right? So if I want to experience like, intimacy and whatever, I just have a main woman that I'm dealing with. But I'm not going to lock myself into a monogamous relationship, because I'm going to become miserable over time, because my natural desire of wanting to procreate, of wanting to spread my seed, is going to show up at some point. Okay, in the beginning when you just meet a woman, yeah, you're all into her, yeah, but after some time, that same energy or vibe that made you want to get her is going to come up for other women, okay? So that's life, man. That's life. I'm not going to deny the facts, okay? I'm not going to deny the facts. Some guys will live in an illusion and deny the facts, not me, okay? So anyway, that's the advice. So my advice to you is to get really good at getting women. So no woman can try to control you because you're in scarcity. You want to have abundance. You want to have, for me, it's, what gives me a lot of power is my ability to do cold approach. My ability to be able to go out to a store, a mall, a park, a beach, or whatever, and get women easily, right? Because of a skill I've developed. But I've developed certain things, right? I've transformed myself into a sexy archetype. I made myself look like a sexual guy, right? When a woman sees me, I don't look like a guy she's gonna put in a friend zone. You don't want to look. You gotta look like like a sexual candidate. You know what I mean? So sexy archetype, okay? Then you need to be grounded in your masculinity. You can't be a little girl. You can't be soft. You can't be passive. Oh, I'm not sure. I'm not timid. You gotta have some balls, man. You gotta be confident. You gotta have some courage. You gotta be masculine. You gotta be grounded, meaning you need to be able to handle tension. You need to be able to handle her shit test. You need to be able to handle your environment. You need to be a man. There's no way around that shit. Authentic expression. You need to be able to express yourself authentically, because she pays attention to all these things. You know what I mean? She's watching your body language, your eye contact, your communication. She can tell when you're trying to make her like you and you're filtering your words and walking on eggshells. Beta male. She can tell, beta male, right? And attraction is the more you do these, you demonstrate beta behavior, the more she loses attraction for you, right? So authentic expression, when a true masculine alpha grounded man is able to express himself authentically, because he has an abundance mindset. There's so many women out there. There's one of me. There's so many of you. I shouldn't have to inhibit my communication or walk on eggshells or filter what I'm saying to impress you, right? You need to impress me. I'm a king. You need to impress me. If you want to be a part of my kingdom, impress me. Why should I get with you? And that's the frame. I don't give a fuck. The other frames are too weak. This is the frame that gets women, okay? And then the third one is leadership. So when you're dealing with a woman, you gotta lead, man. You have to lead. Don't leave it up to the woman. Don't leave the conversation up to the woman. Don't leave the vibes up to the woman. Don't leave nothing up to the woman. You take the lead 110%. You dominate. If you've ever seen, when you're having sex with a woman, like if you're like timid about shit and you're unsure of that shit, they hate that shit. They want a man that's gonna be a beast in the bedroom. And guess what? They like that outside the bedroom too. It just needs to be calibrated. Right? So obviously she doesn't want you yelling at her and being unnecessarily aggressive, but she wants you to be assertive. She wants you to be direct. She wants you to know where you're going, know where you're headed, know what we're doing. She wants you to know this shit, right? And then there's certain areas where you let her lead. Like she'll let her nurture what you're doing, right? Like if you're building your kingdom and she has certain traits that she's good at, you let her lead in certain areas, right? Like for me, let's say I'm building my business. I'm not so good with like the, making things aesthetic and stuff like that. So I may bring a woman in to help me with that, with like the fashion and the arts and the, making things look prettier, making things look attractive. I'll bring a woman in for that. But I'm leading. I'm saying, hey, here's a position where you can play this position because I know you are better at this than I am, right? That's fine. But I'm leading you know what I mean? It's like I'm the captain of the ship, but obviously you have different people on the ship that have different roles, right? So you give your woman a role, but just know that you are the leader, you are the captain, and never give that up, okay? So if you're interested in developing these qualities, I have a program. This is a new program. It's called the Limitless Code. How am I going to help you to become the most attractive version of yourself? I'm going to help you release the limitations, the things that are holding you back from becoming the best version of yourself. What is it? It's fear. What is fear of the unknown? It's fear of rejection. It's fear of judgment. It's fear of this. It's fear. We need to annihilate fear. Because if you had no fear, you would be limitless. And that's why I designed the Limitless Code. The Limitless Code is us working together one-on-one, and we start tackling your fears, and we start going after exactly what you want. Stop limiting yourself. If you want, if you want a supermodel, go for a supermodel. If you want Instagram model, go for an Instagram model. Whatever you want, you go for it. Okay? If you want a rotation, go for a rotation. If you just want a girlfriend, go for a girlfriend. If you want to get married, go get married. Whatever you want to do, don't limit yourself. Don't say, oh, no, I don't know if I can do that. Of course you can do it. We just got to break out the limitations, the things that are holding you back. We cut through them, right? We smash through the obstacles, right? So I come in as your accountability coach. Like instead of you just doing this stuff on your own, which you can, ain't nothing wrong with that. That's cool. But if you need support, if you need guidance, if you're tired of the bullshit, tired of the same shit over and over, and you want to make a change, that's what the Limitless Code is. Okay, it's an 8-week coaching program. We're working together. We're jumping on a call every single week. I'm giving you action steps to help you overcome your fears, break through your limitations, hit your goals. And I'm holding you accountable each day. I'm checking in with you, making sure you're taking action, making sure you're on point so you can become a beast. Because I'm already there. I'm already a beast. My life is just going to keep evolving. Things are going to be great. But I'm trying to bring other men into this vibration, into this frequency, this beast mode frequency. Okay? That's my goal now because I'm already doing it. It's like, okay, let me see who I can bring along with me. So if you're interested, hit me up. I'll give you more information on the Limitless Code. Thanks for watching. Peace.